Hey guys, it's TinkerTaylor today, bringing you another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Horsea, who is a water type Pokemon and looks like a little blue seahorse. It's absolutely adorable. It kind of also looks like a pea shooter. It's got the little pea shooter face hole thing. Face hole, wow. The little pea shooter tubes. If you played Plants vs Zombies, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a cute little seahorse, and I thought, why not make a like a little aquarium? And I wanted it to be, yeah, kind of. At first, I was going like sweet, like just a nice little sweet area, and then I started building it, and I was like, no, this is gonna be like fancy. So we end up with a little bit of a fancier build. And this is more designed for romantic dates, so there's lots of like sitting areas where you can sit and just watch the fish and chat and get to know each other, or yeah, just like a place to just relax and hang out and whatever. And obviously if you want to visit here with friends and whatever, you can absolutely do that. It's not a solely dating space, but the other thing is, yeah, like for The Sims, I'm not sure how useful it would be for a dating space, because there isn't really much to do in terms of gameplay here. So I do apologize for that. It's a bit more of a useless build compared to some of my other ones. And it's not even like the last build that I did where you could convert that into a vet and it'd still be a useful lot. This is, yeah, just kind of like a completely useless lot. But I really like it. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it was really just, yeah, like a fun little thing to build. So yeah, I definitely recommend that you guys, what am I recommending? I don't know. Check out my other builds. Sorry, that's what I was recommending. Check out other builds of mine, because some of those are actually useful. But I mean, even if you want to just do like, I know some people do like machinimas and stuff like that, and like lots like this might actually be kind of helpful and fun. So yeah, like if you do use that, feel free to use this lot. Obviously, let people know that I built it. But yeah, definitely feel free to use it in machinimas and stuff like that. But also, if you want to use it in gameplay, obviously I'm not gonna be able to stop you. If you want to use it in gameplay, feel free, go ahead. Yeah, I don't really know how you would, but maybe if you're just doing more of a storytelling gameplay than like goal-oriented gameplay, it could be something like that. But yeah, I'm not really sure how you do use gameplay with this build, but at the end of the day, I did have a ton of fun messing around with it, playing with it. I used a lot of tool mod, trying to rotate every fish into the right direction. And I put some lobsters. I think they were called crawfish in the game, but I am just going to call them lobsters because we don't really have crawfish here. We have lobsters, but we don't really have crawfish. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said before, it's, again, not really a useful lot. There are many places to sit, and that's about it. You can sit, you can chat, you can watch the fish, and walk around the area, I guess. So if you're like, maybe there's a what are they called? I know in the city living worlds there's like these events that happen. If you need to come to this lot for that reason, then yeah, there you go. Maybe it's just like a strange little useless lot for you to hang out in. But yeah, I'm not like, I used to get so worried about building something that was incredibly useful, and now I'm not so worried about that, you know? It's kind of just build for fun, have fun, enjoy myself, and yeah, I've definitely found it to be a lot more, well, I say enjoyable, but yeah, enjoyable, really. Like, I find that my building is better when I'm not stressed about the usability of it, and half the time I end up with accidentally usable things anyway, so, you know, I guess in the end it kind of all works out for the greater good. But yeah, I don't know, it was interesting and fun. I also completely forgot in the last video to update you guys on whether or not I got jury duty. So I did, but then I didn't. So I got picked, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, like I'll do what needs to be done. And then they unpicked me. So the prosecution and defense both have opportunities to say whether or not they want an individual to be on the jury, and I got unpicked by the defense. So yeah, definitely curious and interesting that happened, but also at the end of the day I'm kind of glad that I didn't do it, because yeah, it gives me time to do a bunch of other things, and also does not mean that I have to listen to, as a little bit of a heavy case, so like I don't have to listen to heavy things like that. So yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think it's beneficial that I didn't get picked, but yeah, it's kind of also sad that I didn't get picked, because like I am struck off the role for 12 months, so they can't call me up for another 12 months. But the moment that 12 months is up, I could easily be put back on the role. And I don't want that. If I had served, it would have been 3 years. And yeah, I was talking to some of the people who were also called up into jury service, and they said, oh, I've been called up 5 times, I've been called up 6 times, I've been called up a bunch of times. And I'm like, okay, I've been called up 5 times just in the past 2 years. Please don't tell me this is the rest of my life. Like, please tell me that, you know, people get called up like a maximum of 10 times, and then they're like, all right, we'll leave you off the roster for a little while and put some new people on. Like, I'm hoping it's like that. I mean, I haven't hit 10 yet, but like, yeah, I think this is number 6. It could be number 5, but yeah, at least I'll have the next 12 months to not have to deal with that. And again, it's such a heavy case. Well, I mean, it wasn't super heavy, but it was still pretty heavy. I will not be talking about the case though, so yeah, that's one thing I want to make very, very clear. You know, if people have questions about, okay, how did jury duty work? Like, what did I do? What did I have to do? What did I have to bring? What should you bring if you get called up to jury duty? I'm happy to answer those questions, because they're very generic. They're very much like, it doesn't matter what case it was. But I will not be talking about the court case, just to make it very, very, very clear. Because yeah, it's you just don't talk about the cases, even once they're done. You just don't talk about them, because yeah, these are real people and real lives, and it was very, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of us, definitely me, I realized this, there's a big disconnect. Like, when you read news articles about you know, XYZ court cases going on, you know, like, I was following the Western Australia case with the mushroom lady, who is being accused of poisoning people with mushrooms. I kept up with it for a little bit and then kind of dropped off, so I don't know really where it's up to. But like, we're just following that because we have theories, and, you know, we want to talk about it and this and that and the other. But actually going into court, it's like, no, these are real people who are affected. These are real people who have been hurt or impacted negatively by someone or some group of people. You know, like, it's, even if it is something as simple as, you know, an employee stole $500 from the business. Like, that $500 for that business could be whether or not it survives that month. And, you know, people could lose their homes because of that. They could lose their businesses because of that. And it's just like, that's not the sort of thing you really think about when you're not actually sitting there a part of it. And so it's definitely given me a new perspective on, yeah, like criminal, even civil cases, but like court cases and, yeah, like the true crime and stuff. I feel like a lot of channels, you know, I do personally have a curiosity with true crime. I find people to be interesting, and that's not just criminals or people who commit criminal acts. I mean, every single person out there, we are all interesting and different, and we all have, you know, we could be all presented the same scenario, but there could be thousands of ways people react or interact, and that's what I love about people, is just like how we all are so individual, and I love that. So yeah, true crime, I guess, is another bit that I am curious about, because I personally, I don't know, I'm such a stickler for the rules. It's actually really bad how much of a rule follower I am. Because sometimes it means I don't have fun. And I'm not saying like, oh, go break the law and whatever, but like, I stress about following the rules, and then because I'm stressed, I'm not having fun. So yeah, like I find it very fascinating to see that people can do stuff like that. It's like horrific, absolutely horrific that people can do bad things, but there's also cases where people are kind of put into positions where they don't really have a choice, or where they thought they were doing the right thing, or like, you know, a million things could happen, and it's kind of a good look into humanity and how we're all different, and you know, the different approaches and reactions we all have. But yeah, the whole true crime genre on YouTube, there's some people I like started to watch and then they'd say something and I'm like, oh, that's not very nice. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you know, people are just very like, they're dramatizing it. Like, these are real people's lives, and I don't like it being dramatized. I do have a few channels I do like to watch, and those channels are the ones who are very much like, this is what happened, here are the facts, here's what happened in court, here's what happened before court to get to court, you know, here is the facts. And those are the ones I like, because they don't put in details of like, you know, the too many, like they'll wind it back so it's not traumatic to listen to, but also won't be dramatizing it and talking about things that really like don't need to be shared. So yeah, I definitely appreciate the fact giving people out there. But anyway, I could probably ramble and rant about that all day, but I'm not going to, because we're focusing on the build. So yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty simple aquarium. There's not much to it, just a couple of fish tanks and some sitting areas, but visually I really like it. I feel like I need to get into more visually appealing builds. Again, not all of them are going to be useful, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of okay with just having fun with it. I just want to mess around, have fun, be silly, and create these weird and wacky builds. And you know, it might inspire you guys to build something that's useful. It might inspire you guys to play a certain play style or come up with a challenge, or if you have a machinima, like a new scene, a new episode or whatever. So yeah, I do love building kind of out there things, and I hope you guys enjoy it too, because yeah, I definitely put a lot of love and effort and energy into this one. The landscaping as well, I did put a lot of effort and energy into. I did use these pre-made garden beds, but I think it really works. I think the pre-made garden beds, I don't know, it kind of like, clearly this place wants to be neat and tidy and whatever, but also wants to have that nice garden area that doesn't overgrow and get wild and crazy. So yeah, I don't know, it was definitely a fun place to landscape. I was definitely picking some new items, or I say new items, the garden beds are new items, but it's definitely trying a new style of landscaping. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. And if you want to see more builds like this, or videos like this, or me rambling or anything like that, definitely make sure to subscribe, because I do come out with a new video pretty much every single day, just not the last couple of days of February, thanks to the A to Z challenge, which will definitely be coming up soon for you guys. I'll definitely talk about more, so yes, definitely stick around for that, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!